Today we'll take a look on the fire protection of Airbus A320 APU, and exactly we need to replace the cartridge. Meanwhile, I will tell you how the fire protection actually works. So let's take a look at it. First of all, we need to answer the question, what is APU? APU is Auxiliary Power Unit, and it is here to provide vital energy sources to the airplane whenever ground power or the engines are not available. And what are these sources? It provides electric power, exactly 115 volts, and the bleed source or bleed air, which can supply air conditioning system, and as well airplane use it for starting of the engines. And since it is engine, it can catch a fire, of course, and we need to be prepared for such a situation. And how to detect it when you see nobody can really access this area unless you are maintenance. We have here fire loop, which you can see here on the wall. And what is fire loop good for? Fire loop is a temperature sensitive device. Whenever temperature raises in this area, the resistance in the fire loop raise, and that triggers alarm in the cockpit and informs the crew that there is over temperature or fire in the worst scenarios. And after that, we need to extinguish this fire, and for that we use fire bottle. The fire bottle is behind this firewall. We'll get there in a minute. And halon is delivered to this compartment thanks to this hole, and directly behind this wall you can find a pipe which ends on the fire bottle. Extinguishing of the halon is controlled, of course, from the cockpit, or if the airplane is on the ground, the fire bottle can be extinguished automatically as well. So we will take a look later on where you can find this panel, but now we'll close the APU compartment and we will move to fire bottle, where we need to change the cartridge. And by the way, if you want to know more about APU, I made several videos about Airbus A320 APU, so list of them will be in description below. So if you want to know more about any of the components which you can find on the APU, look in description and click on the link of the component which is interesting for you. To fire bottle of the APU, you will get through this panel. It is directly next to the intake of the APU, and since in this compartment we are not going that often, you will find on it several studs. Most of the other access panels are equipped with latches because we are going there more often, but really to this section you're going very rarely. That's why I guess that's the purpose, or that's the reason why there are screws. So it will take a bit longer, but no issue. Okay, and also this access panel have its own rod, hold open rod. Yes, good. So we can get in. So here we are in the THS compartment. Here you can see trimmable horizontal stabilizer. This is a bleed duct from the APU. Above it you can find the leads which transfer 115 volts, and yep, directly behind me you can see the firewall of the APU, and here is our fire extinguisher bottle, and we need to replace cartridge which is down here. First of all, I need to double check the part number and serial number, and only then we can start with the replacement. Here on the side you can see a pressure sensor which actually tells the crew if the bottle was discharged, and this is the tube which I showed you that it ends inside of the APU compartment. yeah, this tube delivers the halon inside. So this is how it looks. Since I pulled all the CBs in the cockpit, I can start. The connector of the cartridge is secured with the lock wire, which we need to remove first. And before you pull connector out, you need to actually ground yourself to the airplane. For that I have a bonding strap over here. So you put it on your wrist and then connect yourself to nearest grounding point. I have one down here next to the attachment to the trimmable horizontal stabilizer. So this way, with this wrist strap, you will avoid any kind of static electricity to activate the cartridge. So like this, I'm safe to work. Good. So we need to inspect the connector if it is in good shape. Since this one is, we'll put it aside. And then we need to secure the cartridge with plug. This will avoid any kind of activation as well. And now we can remove the lock wire and we will pull it out with a wrench. On it you can find also O-ring, which we need to replace. And as you can see, there is a bonding plate on it. So, once we get it out, yes. So this is our cartridge, and actually this metallic part will penetrate the diaphragm which is inside. So once you press the button in the cockpit, the cartridge will actually shoot this head against the diaphragm, and thanks to that and thanks to pressure which is inside, will be sent into the APU compartment. So this is old one. We can proceed with the installation of the new one. So this is our new cartridge, and of course O-ring must be lubricated with special dry lubricant. And now we can finally install it back. So bonding plate, cartridge, and we can screw it on. Right, and now torque wrench, of course. Torque is not that big, but actually that's the reason why we're using torque wrench, right? To not over torque something. So it is on the place, and now we can lock wire it. Easy cheesy. Perfect. And finally, we can install connector, which means that we need to remove the protection. And plug inside. Perfect. And in the end, we will secure the connector on the place. Okay, and that's basically last step back here. All what's remaining is to perform test, and of course, since this is a critical component, my colleague need to come to take a look. Yeah, but other than that, we are basically done over here. And I forgot to show you one critical detail. This tube, which you can see over here, this is actually overpressure port and tube, which leads all the way to discharge indicator. I will show you from the outside. There is a red disc secured with one washer, and once there is overpressure in the bottle thanks to, I don't know, high outside temperature, the pressure will be released through this tube overboard, and crew or maintenance crew during walk around will realize that since there is missing red disc, something happened to this bottle, and we need to inspect it. But once that pressure will be released, a pressure indicator will trigger information in the cockpit, but I'll show you that in the cockpit how it will look. And the indicator you can see over there, this one, the red disc. So once that red disc is gone, you know that something happened to fire extinguishing bottle, and you need to take some actions. So this is the part which we need to inspect during every walk around. And test, which means that we need to close all the CBs, and as always during the test I need to pull auto extinguishing CB, and we press the test. 1, 2, 3. Good. So there was ECAM indication, we had warning on the glare shield, and we had a APU fire indication. So if there will be fire, we will get all these 8 LEDs on, and once you release the button, the squib light will illuminate, and by pressing the button you'll basically fire the cartridge, and once the pressure is discharged, the pressure sensor is detected and you will get discharge light. So this is how it works. And since this passed, we can close the CB, and that's it. And that's all about APU fire extinguisher bottle cartridge. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comments below. As always guys, I would like to ask you, do not use this as a replacement for your maintenance manual, but always use latest documentation released by manufacturer. Big thanks to Austrian Airlines that they let me record all these videos for you. Big thanks each and everybody who watching, and especially to members. That's all from my side. My name is Tomáš, this was Aircraft Maintenance with Zeto, and I will see you on next video. Bye.